So the market is selling off once again. In today's video, we're going to discuss what to expect for tomorrow. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all some stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list. Y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. We got the NASDAQ futures. And so far so red. Everything is still selling off. The trend on the daily time frame has not changed. I was a bit surprised to see this thing actually open up even lower than it was yesterday. Like, it was down by negative 0.50%, and then this morning it was down by a whole percentage. And then out the gates, a lot of the panic just ensued. Like, all of the dip buyers from here, their stop losses was a little bit below it at around like 19,700, and it turned out to become an all-day fader. Now, what to expect? What is the next level to watch for? The next level to watch for the NASDAQ specifically, immediately what I'm thinking of is here at 19,400. Also keep in mind, I told y'all yesterday, there's an inflation report coming out on Wednesday. Okay, and I think the expectation or the forecast, let me show y'all real quick. Mozilla. Yeah. So the expectation on the forecast is around like 2.9%. No, yeah, 2.9%. That's what they're expecting. They're expecting to drop from 3% for last month. If that comes out to be cooler than expected, then we might see a bottom before the market bounces. But for now, the bears are in control of the markets. And watch out for a drop down to 19,500. Let's look at the VIX, because the VIX showed a different structure today, but on a smaller scale. Like, the bigger time frame is there. We have the bullish pennant on the daily. We have the breakout at 17, and then we have the continuation up. I have the seller up here because I do think that there is a chance that it could reach 33,000. All right. I think the VIX can continue to rise to 32. And also, when we look at the 15-minute, there is an ascending triangle that actually broke out in the middle of the day right here, and it popped off. All right, so 33, maximum 34. That's where I would expect the VIX to head for the morning. Now, let's look at one stock for tomorrow. A stock that looks like it's about to make a big move. That stock is MU. All right, let me clean up the chart real quick. Now with MU, the reason why I want to share this one with y'all is because, again, we have dip buyers right here at these lows. Right here, this week, buyers, and then buyers at around 87. And right now we closed below their level. And when we zoom into the 4-hour, right here, right in this section, we can see that there is a bearish pennant on the chart that broke down in the morning right here at around 90 bucks. And typically with this drop, we should see a continuation down to 80. And also, if you look at the daily time frame, there is a gap somewhere. Yeah, there is. There is a gap on the daily chart right here from February 21st of 2024 that still hasn't gotten filled yet. Right, so we have, again, it tried to get filled on these days, but it never really went all the way down. I think tomorrow might actually be the day that we see this thing continue down and finally get to $81 before consolidating into earnings. Okay, so that's my thoughts on Micron. Now, somebody asked me to look at a stock, Reddit, RDDT. What is going on with Reddit? And this one is free falling from the highs of like 230. It's not, I don't think it's quite done yet. I think it still has ways to drop because of this giant gap on the left that I left through earnings right here. Right, there's a giant gap at 81 bucks, and it's about to enter that, and I think it already entered it in after hours. Let's see, 5 minute, we move on to the right side, and so far, yeah, it just got in here. So tomorrow it could open up even like a lot lower at like $95, and then maybe do a pop and fade like that all the way down to $80, right? Or it could actually have, like, the company could announce bad news and it could immediately just drop at 80, and then we could see a big rebound. Like, I would expect this move if we open at 80, or if there's just such a giant gap in NASDAQ for tomorrow. Like, if we open at 18,500, shorts are like will most likely going to cover in the morning, and we will see a rebound. All right, so just watch RDT, watch Reddit for that potential gap fill tomorrow, depending on how it opens. All right, now the next stock that we're going to look at, it finally showed weakness in this market. Apple. Apple looked decent, it looked good, and I was waiting for it to show me something that I really like. This alert that I set out here did not ring. The structure that I wanted to see did not appear. All right, out the gates it immediately just collapsed. Seemed like all of the weakness throughout this entire week, because while the Nasdaq was falling, Apple was holding strong. All right, and it's just today it just gave out and pretty much fell immediately to 225. Where is it going to go next? It's below 225. Next level to watch for is 218. That's where I would expect Apple to actually stop and show a bounce. Watch it for that continuation down to 218. Yeah, I don't see any other levels to watch. That gap right here at 171, highly doubt that that's gonna get filled anytime soon. But so for now, just watch it for a rebound around 218. The next stock that we gotta look at, we gotta check out Tesla, because Tesla today it did that gap fill. It answered a lot of the question: is it going to fill? When is it going to fill? This one was quite rapid, so during the trading hours it didn't really fill that, like, it didn't really fill it completely. It only had like $5 more to go. Tomorrow it's gonna open up at 210, maybe play some games right here, and then if the inflation report turns out cooler than expected, then we could see a jump up and a move back up here between 217 and 238. All right, but for now, Tesla is down. Short sellers are most likely going to cover between 200 and 210, and we should see this thing try to form a bottom. Again, look for structures intraday. Today there really wasn't any structure on this one or even Apple. They kind of just faded out the gates, chop sideways, and then faded some more, right? So that's what I would say. That's my thoughts on Tesla. And the last stock to look for in today's video to look at is AAPP. And with APP, this one is app loving. Somebody asked me to look at this one in the comment section. It has a structure on the 4-hour, and the structure is right here. It's a bearish pennant that broke down, I think, on Thursday. Yeah, this is Thursday, and then this is Friday. So it broke down on Thursday. And typically with this, if the drop is not rapid, we should see it fall all the way down to around like 170. It's just taking a sweet time to get there. So this one and Reddit both have a giant gap right here that needs to get filled. Again, so keep those two on your radar. There's massive opportunity on these two stocks. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. Again, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 8 p.m. Central Time. So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find it as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow my social media at Paul and Guma and the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks for the Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.